Can you tell us who you are and where you're from?
Yeah, I'm Paul Primus. I currently live in Boise, Idaho, and I am the whitewater wave technician there, so I get to make surf waves for a living.
See, how cool is that, man? So you're basically, how would you call it? You're the wave god. You shape up waves. You summon waves out of
you got to be careful.
Rivers.
You got to be careful with terminology like that because of the whole ego thing, like the water lord's shirt. I'm not sure if I can wear this while I'm there on the job. The position started off and they said it was the wave master.
Oh, okay.
I changed it to wave technician because I'm trying to stay humble.
Okay, got it. That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. Well, we're so stoked to have you, man. It's probably such a trip to get here.
Oh,
How do you like the trip so far? Like how is it for you going to Europe? Because you said that you've been looking into Eisbach and the river surf community in Europe for a while.
Yeah.
Is it nice seeing it in person?
It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's a dream come true. I mean, it was 2010 when I was surfing this. I couldn't find any information on anybody river surfing, and finally I found, Eisbach well and the guys surfing there. Was able to watch some of that footage. It's what inspired us to even take the systems we have and create a very similar wave to what they had there. And then so 15 years later to get to come here and surf that wave, which you can never figure out just from footage. You have to put your feet on that wave to know what's going on, like most river waves, really. And but I noticed for sure, now I understand how they're able to throw down so hard with those tricks. They get those little lips in there, and I get it now. I can't do it, obviously, but I get it. And
it's a different beast, right? Like, if you master Eisbach, I think you mastered them all.
I think so, too. I really like dynamic river waves. I love the perfect glassy ones, too. I just love all river waves, I guess. But I really like the dynamic ones because it forces you to tune into the water and how it's acting in a whole nother way. And I think the love for that comes from having chased so many natural river rapids for so many years before people were building these in the States.
Just to get it, do I understand it correctly that you started by chasing natural rapid waves, and then from that it evolved into you actually building up your own, or your guy's own wave to run and shape? And
yes,
that's amazing.
The way that I went about it was talking to all the kayakers, looking into all their playboat spots, and they had all sorts of spots that they've been to that they have. I mean, they like the holes better, they like the white water and the retention, but nonetheless, half of them have a big green surfable shoulder on it. So I would get those spots mapped out, started with all those, was able to surf a bunch of those, and then you just kind of discover other things that they might not have liked because it was a green wave, which is exactly what we're looking for.
How crazy do you have to be to pull in something like this, pedal in a...
Insane. I mean, I've got when Ryan and I first jumped in the river, we knew nothing. We hadn't seen a footage or anything, and we just jumped in with my ocean board.
That's not the way to do it, right?
It's not.
Disclaimer:
it's not.
Don't try it at home.
It was freezing, but we did it anyway, and that just kind of developed the passion for it. But yeah, it's definitely crazy. I've become so used to people looking at me like I'm insane when I land in Tulsa, Oklahoma with the surfboard bag, right? I've carried surfboard bags through all these different airports, none of which are even close to the ocean. And I just always get weird looks. So it felt really good flying here. It's flying into Munich, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, river surfer.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing.
That's the thing, man, to me, that's really impactful, that you slowly change the city as itself. Like, people don't frown upon seeing a guy with a surfboard in the subway here anymore because everyone knows that there's this thing, river surfing, and it just changes slowly. Maybe there's going to be a surf shop even in fucking Prague, which wouldn't make any sense, but now it does, and it's pretty cool. How did you like the wave we have here? You tried it, right? How was it?
Yeah, I surfed it last night. It's incredible. I mean, just so glassy. You can see yourself in that thing. It's a mirror. And I was really impressed too because it has the shape that it almost looks like it's like, I was concerned maybe it'd be a little flat, and I'm a big guy, so I sink into waves. So I got on it with like a really forward stance, like, oh, I got to stay on this wave and not flush out. Then I almost banana peel slipped right off. I had to switch my stance back because it's so fast, so incredible. Just, like it's just like powder like turns, when it's that consistent and just gloriously smooth.
Man, I fell in love with your presentation and the wave you guys can shape up. What would it? How do I do it if I want to surf your wave? What should I do? Do I just show up with a board in Idaho and rip it?
Yeah, you can. If you've got a board and suit, you're ready to go. You just show up, find it on maps, and just get in line. You know, it's that easy. It's free for everyone.
So you don't make any bookings. It just runs every day, and you just jump in and surf.
Yep, just runs every day except for the first few weeks of October, which is why I'm here at this. Well, actually, I'm really lucky that this worked out at that timing. But outside of that, we're open every day. You can just come in and surf as long as we do have a schedule with kayak and surf days, which is also online. But it's mostly green wave time now. The ratio has been seen where it's about 9 to 1 surfers to kayakers. So, but yeah, just
win for the river surfers, man. We're overtaking the.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too is like, I mean, I'm out there a lot, really, sticking up for the kayak community because they got this thing built for us. It wasn't even designed for surfing. We just kind of hijacked it. Yeah. So it's really important to me to keep their opportunity as well and make them as sick of features as we can. Because when you get the passionate ones, everyone's out there getting along. We can make waves that you can do both on too. You know, so we'll have 5 kayakers in line and surfers going back and forth. We've had kayaker and surfer on the same wave. You know, all that kind of fun. I really like the harmony. Yeah. You know, as opposed to the rivalry, almost like the skier snowboarder thing happening again. I don't want that happening. We can all have fun. There's enough time in the day.
Well said, man. Well said. Do you see value in a summit like this, like getting together? Like, do you think this makes sense, and is it valuable?
Absolutely, especially for me. I mean, in a greedy format of I see value for myself. Everyone here is awesome. We all have similar interests. So much to talk about. But outside of myself, you know, anyone who is this involved or wants to be this involved really needs to be. And the collaboration that goes on here is incredible. There's no butting heads of ideas, even though there's a lot of differences of ideas. Everyone is just bouncing ideas off each other, and all I see is progression so far, especially over here. And I'm hoping that we can follow behind you guys, you know, like we do on everything else.
From what I saw, I think you might be quite ahead of us, man. Have you seen the systems? We have caveman methods, man, when it comes to water management.
That's how you get the good systems. You have to have caveman methods. Hopefully. That's part of the development.
Man, thanks a million. It's such a pleasure having you here, and considering what a journey it was for you to get here. We're so stoked to have you. Yeah, let's have some beers tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah? Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.